this time a little bit of a whiskey video, rambling and everything. So as you can read by the title, very disappointing news rather, but I'll explain it all in this video. Hope you guys are all doing well. Might have a McDonald's video for you guys Monday, I'll see. Whiskey, I don't drink it often because it's very strong. Well, I quit my job, as you can read by the title. I had actually posted a complete explaining video on Keegan's podcast yesterday, but I thought I'd do it on the ASMR channel for you guys too. So, as you may know, I had been working for several weeks. Worked at a retail store specialized in animal care products, animal foods, that basically Walmart, but then everything you need for your pets, everything you need for your gardening and whatsoever, right? Fun work, really nice work. So, I had worked this week. I hadn't worked the Saturday shift due to the fact that I was sick the whole week, last week, I'd thrown up or whatever, right? The symptoms started to come around last week Tuesday, but I completed my work. I thought I'd just finish it. And I thought, man, I got 4 days of rest, surely I'll be good for Saturday. Friday, I ebbed him. I said, listen, I'm not feeling well, I won't be there tomorrow, blah, 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 right? Get a response from one of my colleagues, very irrelevant response, but it doesn't matter, it doesn't really add anything to the story. So, it's Monday, I still feel a little bit sick, I don't feel 100%, but I'm bored, I want to get to work, I want to do some stuff, and show them that I want to be there as well, right? So my work starts from 10 till 3. I walk in there, it's 10 o'clock. I say good morning to my colleague at the register, cash register. I know for a fact that my boss will be there because she's always there on a Monday. I say good morning to her, say good morning to my 2 other colleagues. I turn around and she says, can I have a word with you this afternoon? I said, yes, of course, yeah, no problem. So I turn my back around, I'm like, oh shit. It's definitely got something to do with not being there Saturday, but that's the only thing I thought, can't be anything else, right? So my shift is nearly done. It's 1:45, I'm doing the boxes in the back by the storage. And my colleague comes to me and says she's waiting for you. So yeah, okay, cool, I'll finish this up quickly. I walk in there and she says, take a seat, you want me to close the door? Yeah, if you could, it would be really nice. So I take a seat. She asked me, how you doing? I said, yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I really like the job so far. And then she says, I've heard that you find some situations difficult. I said, what do you mean by that exactly? Could you explain to me? This and this, that. I said, yes, sometimes when for example, I don't know where I need to find a product or put a product on the shelves, I'll try to look for it myself. And then if I can't find it, I'll go ask one of my colleagues. But I don't really think the job's that difficult, but I enjoy it. And well, then out of nowhere, she basically says, listen, you've been here for 4 weeks. I said, that is correct. You've got 2 weeks left on your time schedule. So we had discussed a 6-week period. It's called a proefperiode, where basically I get used to the people, I get used to the job whatsoever, to see if I like the job, but it's also for them to see if I'm qualified enough for the job, and if they think I am good enough for the job. So obviously, I've been busting my ass off since day one, taking the job very serious. And then she said, we feel like you're not taking the job serious enough, and therefore we will not extend. I said, oh, okay. Could I ask why, if that's alright? You work too slow. Some other factors, so I'm thinking there, sitting in the chair like, oh, this is very out of nowhere. I think I've been really working hard. I'm getting paid minimum wage, busting my butt off for this company, and this is what I get back. Disappointment, obviously rightfully so, because for me myself, I feel like I've been really working hard, because I have. At most cases, with the work that I've been doing, I've been sweating. I mean, that shows I do a lot of work and work hard, right? If you sweat on the job, you're doing a good job, I say. Then we get into the conversation, so I'm obviously sitting there really disappointed, but also shocked, because I thought she would tell me about Saturday, because I was sick, right? But I told them the day before that I wasn't there. conversation continued. Then I told her, could I just, say something about my colleague? I feel like she treats me different than the rest. What do you mean by that? I don't like the way she talks to me most of the time. Her attitude towards me, I don't appreciate how she talks to me in general. I said, look, I understand she probably doesn't mean it. And I've said since the beginning, I can handle criticism pretty well. I don't mind criticism, I understand it completely. You gotta give each other criticism once in a while. Very normal, I understand it like nobody else. But I've noticed since day one, and in general, she doesn't treat the rest different. She treats everyone else the same, but when it comes to me, she treats me less. I felt very uncomfortable. I told her that as well, like, I want to be a part of the team, but I feel like she doesn't let me be a part of the team because how she treats me, with certain approaches, an attitude towards me, rudeness toward me, which I don't understand why, because I haven't been rude once to her or to any of my colleagues. I've been very friendly from the day off. So I'm thinking here, maybe it's her problem, a she problem, and not me. I understand, looking back, reflecting on it, some situations I should have handled probably different. When she tells me to do something, to do it. She I guess you could say, caught me red-handed once or twice. That I was working with one of my colleagues after my recess. That he'd ask me, hey, could you help me? I said, yeah, of course, no problem. Knowing that, okay, after my recess is done, I need to go to her. But some situations I couldn't find her in the store. Some situations she wasn't within the store. I couldn't find her nowhere. And I'm also thinking, hey, a little bit of independent work, that's what they also require. That's what I got told in the beginning. We also expect some independent work that you from yourself will do some jobs, and I did that. So anyways, she said, listen, you've got 2 weeks left. Either you can show us and prove us wrong that you really want this job, you're motivated, you want to really work hard for the job, or the choice is up to you now. You got my number, here you go, you can phone me tomorrow or today. I said, thank you, I'll think about it. So I got an hour left until my shift is done, and obviously that whole entire hour I was frustrated, a little bit upset. Like, I can understand where my colleague is coming from 100% with some situations, but I had told them in the beginning, listen, I do have a form, well, I don't have a form, I have autism, and that I find it hard in some situations to the way I get approached, that sometimes, my brain doesn't function properly. I understand some assignments. She said to me, you gotta do this and not do the other. It's because it's a lot to take in for me. But that's something that I have to work on as well. Self-reflection, I must work on that then in the nearby future with another job. Anyways, the shift is done, right? It's, I don't know, 4ish, I done a little bit of groceries and whatever, right? Get the snack to get home. Had a discussion with my parents about it, I told them, listen, I really like the job, but it just outside of this whole conversation, since day one, I've been mistreated. Feel like I've been getting mistreated the whole entire time. Obviously, a lot of fun with colleagues, I can't mention that. I always can't forget to mention that. There's a lot of fun as well that I don't tell you, but this is unfortunately the second time within a big company / job that I've had that I feel like, for some reason, I'm an outsider. Like, I'm not being welcomed in, and again, on the job, I haven't had anything told to me. Basically, day one was not even an instruction. It was just basically get some safety shoes, get a bag, and you gotta drop them off at these aisles. I'm like, I need to know some more. So then I'm also like, if you're the manager of the store, you cannot have an opinion or a critique towards me if you don't teach me how to do it properly. I don't understand that with people. You can't expect someone who's brand new there, doesn't know the store, doesn't know nothing about the job, because I told them this is beginning, listen, I don't have any experience prior working within a store, but I got some working experience with working with sales entry, blah blah, right? So that's no problem. But what did you? People are, different, I suppose, in these regions than in the city. And I asked them before the conversation ended, just to ask you that this doesn't have nothing to do with me not being there Saturday, right? She said, no, of course not. If you're sick, you have the right to stay home and you don't gotta work. I said, okay, just want to know that. I I told her the reason why I said it a day before, because in the city it's commonly used and done to say it before you go to work, a day before, because you could get fired or you could get in some legal troubles. So that's why I said, okay, I understand, we just do it differently, I said, okay, I understand for next time. So I get home, have a whole conversation with my parents, and then I made the decision to say, I've been busting my ass off, like I said, right? I'm not going to work harder than I am already, because the truth is the work was killing my back as well. I've had to take pain medication every time I go to work, because the lifting and the physique work, it's hurting my back, because it's not just a couple of lifting, it's non-stop lifting up bags, lifting up stuff, lifting up wooden pellets, which I really don't mind. I mean, gotta get these muscles, got a little flex. Sorry, I've been using creatine this few days, so I ring her up. I said, hey, I made the decision, I'd like to end it here. She says, okay, I would like to thank you a lot for giving me this opportunity. She said, thank you for trying to work with us. I said, yeah, of course, no problem. I'll wash the clothing tonight, I'll drop it off tomorrow. This was Monday, and then I dropped it off Tuesday. I said, thank you, I'll drop it off by the office Tuesday. So the next day, it's fresh and clean, I drop it off. And I just do my own thing, I go to the grocery store. So what have I learned? That communication is very important. I must next time, if I get a new job, because I really want to, the next step for me is to communicate more with people. If I don't like something, if I don't agree with something, I need to communicate. The thing is, if you're somebody who's new at a place, you intend to fall back and accept a little bit more, because you gotta get used to the work atmosphere, gotta get used to the people and whatsoever, whatnot, right? So I understand it somewhere, but again, I myself have to be more open as well. So that's basically it. So the next time, communication from my part is very vital towards an individual or a group. The reason why I mentioned to them in the beginning that I had autism is because I find it difficult working with people. I'm not somebody who really is a person who likes to work with people. Like, I don't mind once in a while. I find a lot of joy if I can kick it back with you, no problem, no issue. I did notice with the job that I find it better with people my age, so 16, 25, understandable obviously, because at that age you share more common things with each other than people with a different age. Understandable. It is a shame, it is what it is, but I don't want to work at a place that doesn't acknowledge me, doesn't appreciate my job and input, what I did, because I busted my ass off. Let that just be known. I am not a lazy worker at all. I'm very motivated. If you tell me to do something, I will do it. Sometimes I'll do it in my way, sometimes unintentionally, but I don't do stuff on purpose. It's just the way my brain thinks, and this and this and that. It's very good, by the way. I just don't drink this often, that's why I don't take too many sips. But it is what it is, It's disappointing because I really enjoy the job. Every time I wake up and get really excited to go to work. But hey, what is next for me? It's a good question, my friend. I gotta think about that one. Well, this week I've given myself a break to do stuff on the farm, focus on my mental health, etc. That's also very important, by the way. What is next for me? This weekend we're going to start breaking up my apartment, break the tiles, clean it up, renovate the bathroom. We went shopping today, found some really nice stuff. The Wi-Fi is another thing. I still haven't studied, still haven't gotten anything, due to the fact that the goddamn Wi-Fi is horrible, man. I can't upload, This video, for example, took about 11 hours to upload in 4K, process everything, because the Wi-Fi is so slow. But I really am trying my best. So yeah, I'll go look at another job. I've been looking at different type of job offers, etc. This and that. The problem is not getting accepted with a job, because every place needs somebody for some function. But maybe a delivery drive would be something for me. You work most of the time alone, which is fascinating. I love working alone. I like being alone. But it's it's also run on a time scheme. And this is also another thing with the job. Everything I completed within my 5 hours of work. So I don't really understand the issue of me not working hard enough. Maybe they're looking for somebody who's just faster, whatever, right? But that's also where lack of experience is coming in place for me. Having never really worked a job like this, maintaining a job, that's where the lack of inexperience comes. That's why I look back now. I really wish 4 years ago, when YouTube was still going very, very well, that I had worked some form of job back then, but I was too naive. I was like, man, I'm making so much money, I don't need to work, which was true. I didn't have to work. But maybe it should have been a thing that I did 4 years ago. But it is what it is. Can't really do much about it except just look what we done. What have we taken back from this? Communication is very important, and this is towards everyone. What can you expect at a work office? It really depends on the job that you do. I would like to do a physical job. I like moving. I don't like sitting around on a chair or something like that. So that's a no option for me. I love car driving. I love driving my car. I drive it almost every day. Even if it's a 5 or 10 minute drive just to clear my mind. I love driving. It's something about driving. It just makes me feel very, very relaxed in general. But hey, we're gonna see. Gonna go look at another job this weekend or next upcoming week. Gonna see what suits me personally, and see what places need somebody to work. As I can do part-time, I could do full-time, but I just don't want to, man. No. I can't imagine working from 9 to 5 times a week and having to do videos as well. That'd be too stressful, man. But anyways, thought we'd sit down today, ramble a little bit. Nothing else to discuss, really. Oh yeah. Something else as well, I guess I can add, very relevant. My brother had to go to the hospital 2 weeks ago. Yeah, dude, it's insane. He's got a hernia on his back, so he's not working again. He actually was recently working again, because he had a thing a few years ago. I don't really know the name, but he's been out for a very, very long time. He wants to work, but he's not able to work due to the fact that he is at risk. He can't even walk right now. That's how bad it is. He's on pain medication, but yeah, no, we'll see what happens next. For now, focus on my place, focus on my mental health, focus on the content, and then get my life together. The job really was a lot of fun. I keep saying it, but because it really was. But it is what it is, and I understand, like I said, I understand criticism. You need to be critical on somebody once in a while. But once somebody has criticism on you every time you do something, that's a personal attack, and that's when I say, yeah, I don't like that. Stop doing that. I should have definitely said something about it. 100% agree looking back at it. But I also feel like as a person who's criticizing someone else, you should also fall back a little bit and understand, hey, I know he's not been there long. I won't be too harsh on him, but it's not my issue. I get along with anybody. If you don't get along with me, that's a you problem, friend. Well, anyways, thank you for watching this long rambling video. See you guys with a new ASMR Monday or Sunday, depends on what I feel on. In the meantime, I'm not sitting on my ass. I'm gonna do stuff on the farm, walk the dogs, etc. Do some projects, make some more videos for you guys, and yeah, I gotta say, it's very nice. I just don't remember it being so pure and so strong, because I don't drink. Well, you can actually see the reflection of my view outside if you look here. It's a beautiful view. Every single morning I wake up with this gorgeous view